Hi, Thomas Ferreira here, divorce attorney and mediator in Carlsbad, California. And today I want to talk to you about dropping the A-bomb. No, not the atomic bomb. I'm talking about attributions. And when you're trying to negotiate and save money on divorce, the attributions can be your worst enemy. Now, first I want to start by thanking you and honoring you for being here, because I know that if you searched for this video, that you're trying to do this a different way, that you're trying to do this a better way, and that you're trying to save money and also not destroy the relationship, which is great if you have kids and also if you want to, I don't know, save money. So thank you for being here. And these concepts are advanced concepts, but at the same time they're common sense. But as a friend of mine once said, common sense is not common practice. So this is common sense though. When you're negotiating with somebody, when you're trying to solve problems, you don't want to kick them in a solar plexus. How many of you have been in a conversation with somebody and everything seems to be going fine, and then all of a sudden you feel like you've been kicked in the stomach? Usually when that happens, it's because somebody said something about your character or hit you in that spot, that self-esteem spot that resides right here in your stomach, and it's a really ugly feeling. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about attributions. What I like to talk about in terms of conversations are 3 levels of conversation. And as you go deeper in these levels of conversation, you get more personal and there's more opportunity to derail the negotiation. At the surface levels, the what happened conversation. For example, I'm driving with my wife and I'm hungry, so I say to her, hey, I want to get something to eat. You want to go somewhere and get something to eat? And she says, sure. Where do you want to go? And I say, I don't know, honey, you decide. So that's what happened. We're talking about where to go to eat, and that's pretty innocuous. Then below that level, there's a level of how did that make you feel? So in this example, wife's sitting there thinking, oh my goodness, he just can't make a decision. It's so annoying. Why can't he just say one time where he wants to go instead of always making me decide? So that's at the second level, that's at the emotional level. But oftentimes, wife will respond with an attribution, which is the third level, the self-esteem level, the character level. She'll say, Harold, why don't you just make a decision? Every time we have this conversation, you won't make a decision. Just once, I'd like to have you make the decision. So what's that saying? That's attacking him at the character level. It's saying that he's indecisive. Now, Harold doesn't think he's indecisive, but this is something that's going to make him feel defensive, and he's going to respond by firing back. So he's going to say, well, Mabel, I'm just tired of you bitching at me all the time. If you'd stop bitching at me, maybe I'd make a decision. And you can see how it kind of spirals out of control. What I'm trying to get you to do is avoid those kinds of attribution statements when you're negotiating. It's kind of like kicking your co-problem solver in the shins and then expecting them to settle with you. Instead, try to say things that don't make them feel defensive. When talking about what happened, stay on the business. Stay on the, how are we going to solve this problem? Adopt a curiosity stance, like I said in the past. If you are, if you're getting off into that attribution kind of conversation, try to steer it back to curiosity stance. Oh, really, Harold? Why do you feel that way? Why? What's going on? And try to find out where they're coming from. And here's something that really will blow their socks off. This will this will blow the lid off your negotiation and make it really succeed. Try using an attribution that's positive. How about this one? I really appreciate that you're putting the kids first, and you're a really good father, and I'm just concerned about the children's relationship with you. Wow. So now he's thinking, wow, she thinks I'm a really good father. Maybe he'll give something on the support. He'll maybe work with you on the parenting plan because you've said something that makes him feel good. Whereas if you say, oh, you're just so stingy, unlikely to produce the result you want. So the moral of the story is avoid statements about character, avoid statements that begin with you always, or you never, or you are, and try to keep the conversation on a business level. So till next time, love your family, protect your finances, and reach for your future.